The text you're about to read, All Writing is Autobiography by Donald Murray, examines the ways in which a writer's identity is revealed in their writing. Murray is not arguing that all writing is a self-written narrative about one's own life, but rather that all writing contains traces and clues about the writer. As writers, we can't help but be shaped by the events in our lives. These events can leave traces in our writing that serve to identify us to the reader. In other words, as our writing develops, we become better writers, and so our writing serves as a sort of evolving fingerprint of who we are. Murray's essay is in response to the conventional wisdom that academic writing should not be personal, but should instead be objective, scientific, and logical. Murray disagrees, arguing that all writing is personal. We cannot help but include pieces of ourselves in our writing, and according to Murray, we do our writing a disservice and make our job as writers harder by trying to make it impersonal. That's not to say you should write in an informal manner, but rather that it's okay, according to Murray, if some of your personality creeps into your academic essays. There's a quote from the text I'd like to use to illustrate Murray's point. Murray says, "My voice is the product of Scottish genes and a Yankee environment, of Baptist sermons and the newspaper city room, of all the language I have heard and spoken." Think about what Murray's saying here. How did Scottish genes or a Yankee environment affect the way he writes? How did Baptist sermons and a newspaper city room affect the stories he tells and the way he writes them? Think about it and try it yourself. What is your voice the product of? Who and what shaped the way you tell stories, and how is that evident in your writing? Can you think of people, places, and events in your past that impacted you in a major way? Can you see how these places, people, and events are reflected in your writing? Give it a try.